Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Drewlik, we're doing PvP. So today I'm on my nice AP Powertech again, and since through last patch, Powertech was rendered, unplayable, at least in my opinion, the changes and the shifting around of stuff, I think it's now a novelty spec, and now, AP, advanced prototype, reigns supreme in terms of Powertech specs, but of course, there's a bit of personal bias because I do prefer that spec in general. And it's not just because, as some people say, I do prefer burst specs. I mean, how couldn't you prefer them? I mean, you're blowing up people left and right, and you're as good as any AOE spec, in terms of Warzone DPS. So why not just play single target specs? Why not just do it? We're starting off right here with a nice sorcerer, trying to get my huge combo going, but he of course force barriers. He doesn't want any part of that, and immediately stuns me afterwards after he broke that. So a bit odd, order of things to do it in, because now I can of course stun him. He breaks it because he doesn't want to get killed, but unfortunately he kind of runs around, doesn't know what to do, and dies anyway, because that's that's the end of that. He kind of wasted everything he had, and now he's dead. That's kind of how it goes sometimes. So, sniper, same thing right here. He doesn't roll away the damage, and does die with a nice combo from my thermal detonator and the rare shot. Both exploded at the same time and did a nice amount of damage. So going around here, I was like, how many tanks do they actually have? They've got 2 tank assassins right here, and it's incredibly frustrating to deal with because you don't really, who do you focus? You can't really do anything against that. And they're just going to go in and out of inverse and stop the tap from happening. He wanted to get away, but I just pulled him right back, just saying, nope, sir, you're gonna stay here, get over here, and I'm gonna stun him and hope that I can kill him before he uses anything. A nice 12k damage crit comes in and finishes them off. Nice cleave going on right there. A bit, shameful right there, but sometimes if you see 2 people next to each other, you just have to cleave them. Actually, you don't have to do that. I don't know why you did that. So, yeah. So we got the sorcerer once more. Kind of stunned him, even though he was already stunned. That was kind of bad, but sometimes you are not that well, coordinated. And I've got my, quota overload going, and that marauder kills me. I was like, that was a lot of damage. I tried to use my my shield, energy shield, before I got stunned, but as I said, I got stunned by the other tanking assassin with a nice spike, which is very frustrating to deal with once more, because of course they just spike you all day long, because they don't they don't require staff to just spike you. So the range kill comes in right here. Marauder played kind of well, did 10k and 8k into me as a Powertech, which is pretty nice, pretty decent actually in terms of damage, and I would have never expected that I would have died there, because I had quota overload. Why would I break that if I've got quota overload? So that kind of was a big surprise right there. And now I'm like, yeah, everybody's got guard, everybody's a tank, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Kind of delaying my rare shot right there, because I didn't want to get the rare shot into his deflection. And he, of course, as I'm stunning everybody and trying that the other assassin survives right there, weird stuff happens, and I once more get stunned. And now I'm like, I'm just going to clear out the rockets, and I'm like, yeah, he's dead, and he's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. Can you believe that? That is just bad manner, So I just finished him with auto shots right there. Would really prefer to still have unload. Unload is missing now in the newest patch. Where's my good old unload? It's missing. It was on my 2 slot right there. It's now empty. I have no other replacement ability for that. They just took it. They just took it away from me. Where's my unload? I have to sign a petition, bring unload back. And I wouldn't even mind if they, kind of redesigned unload. They could have done it much more elegantly and said, unload only has, in general 10-meter range, and if you're playing a a mercenary or a commando, your unload has got 30-meter range, and then you wouldn't have this issue that they had, where say, well, the Powertech shouldn't be ranged, and you would just have a 10-meter unload, and you would still have unload, and that would be kind of nice. But you don't have it. You have nothing now. Now you have to live without that, and that's kind of bad. It really is kind of bad. So he comes in there, got stunned right before. Right before the tap, got interrupted right there. The tap, of course, did not get interrupted because of the nice stun right there, and of course the barrier once more. I have the feeling whenever I attack a sorcerer, the barrier, is already prone to come out. I want to have a nice 1v1 versus that guy, but they don't let me have that. They don't let me have a 1v1. They just, they're like, just going to stun you, and I'm kind of opening my guild pane because I was, frantically using all of my bindings right there and kind of misclicked them. That only happens if I'm either on a char I'm not that familiar with, or if I am not concentrating. So don't think that I am always toggling my paints because my interface is bad or anything like that, or my bindings are bad. It's not like that. It's just sometimes I don't concentrate enough and I just open different panes. It's not that good. Now, again, they were very, very, very cheeky. Didn't let me have a nice 1v1, which is in turn, of course, very annoying. Because, there's something very, how would I say it, something very honourable about a 1v1. It's like your skill versus my skill, your class versus my class, and I wouldn't even have that big of an issue, with Juggernauts if it was only, me versus them. But usually what happens in these kind of games is that you get grouped upon and then you're dead, and nobody respects the old tradition of the 1v1. Actually, there is no old tradition of the 1v1, I just made that up, but I would like that to exist. So, maybe get a duel mode in Star Wars, kind of like that, like a duel arena. You just queue up and you will play against a bunch of Juggernauts and lose. That would be kind of a fun game mechanic. Okay, it's a good thing that I'm not a developer. Actually, it's a good thing I'm not a developer. So, this guy up here, kind of does his thing. I'm trying to burst him with my limited, very, very limited range right here. Kind of baiting them down, so I'm standing right here. And he, of course, jumps down and plays with me, which is nice. Actually, I don't know. I don't even think he saw me right there. Just to run right past me, which is very sad because I do not wish to be ignored. And of course the barrier comes in once more. Now the marauder from earlier, who does a lot of damage, comes in again, and I'm like, nope, I'm not going to have that, just going to stun him. And as the stun wears off, I'm just going to LOS kite him around the pillar right here, because I don't want no part of this. He's got his saber reflect, so I'm just kind of like, you're going to stay right here, scan you, you're not going to be anywhere. And this is, of course, where he doesn't want to be counted anymore, jumps right into the group right there and gets finished by me because you do not ignore me. Again, it's very helpful for my feelings. Don't ignore me. Get bursted. Respect the 1v1. Could make that hashtag, trending on Twitter. Respect the 1v1. Now, for some reason, middle got tapped. Mind you, by an invis, something like that, and basically we have to retake it and just kill everybody that is contesting this. And once more, you can see this guy interrupting and a nice stun. It was the second MOG stun, the second awesome stun in this game, which ensured that middle tap and placement. Why am I not yet, I don't know, famous? Just for the best player in the world. Probably because I'm not, but it was a good play. It was a good play anyway, so, that was kind of nice. And just want to highlight that, Want to highlight that I stunned, 2 people with my stun ability. I demand a medal for that. Now, the Marauder, of course, in his 1v1 thing, wanted to kill somebody, so I just pulled him down here. And now I'm like, well, you know, 4 people, you know, we're even 5 people over here just to, you know, deal with one Marauder. That's kind of overkill. We need to be at middle, you know, very much so. Now I'm like, you know, I've got my burst combo ready, so I'm just going to burst somebody. So who is that I'm going to burst? I'm going to use the Sork right here. Why not, you know? Using all of my nice burst cooldown, and he gets absolutely destroyed. Absolutely deleted and murdered and everything, and, you know, buried in the ground, and I don't know, everything which, you know, somehow constitutes him getting absolutely stomped, you know. He got raped so hard I should have been reported to the police years ago, you know. That's kind of how hard that rape was. But anyway, after this, you know, after that nice kill, you know, I'm just, you know, we kind of defend these 2 emplacements, and it's basically, you know, game, so just a very chilled, laid back approach at this, you know, just being here and doing some damage. Do not want to get focused by the sniper up there, which is why, you know, went very close to the ledge right there, but, you know, he wasn't interested in me in any way, so once more ignoring me and hurting my feelings. It's a recurring theme in this game. They are all hurting my feelings and ignoring me. He, of course, is not ignoring me, but that's a bad thing, because he's actually a good player. I do not want him, you know, to kill me all the time. And, yeah, he got over there and did die, fortunately, there. Now, this game is already won. They have no chance of winning this unless they, you know, tap all 3 emplacements, which is, quite frankly, not going to happen. And this is just a nice cleanup where we just, you know, try to find transitioning guys, you know, to the other emplacement and just, you know, stop them from doing that. And they, you know, they were stopped and they died. So a very successful mission right there, of course. Now this guy, once more, you know, stun him right before he can use his big cooldowns, because I do not want that, and I think, you know, I'm hoping that I can blow him up. Again, scanning him because he just likes to go in this. He just really likes to go in this. And I can't blame him for that, because if you're getting focused by Powertech, you generally, you know, do want to go in this and cry in your room. And of course, his room was nowhere to be found right here. Just putting him down here, you know, sniper. Why aren't you in cover? This is your punishment for not being in cover. Get down here, get wrecked, you know. And the Marauder once more, with his, you know, abilities, gets stunned and dies. So nothing too interesting right there. That Marauder was killed an awful lot by me, but I think that was because, you know, he killed me, and I was kind of on a personal revenge quest, you know. Was like, yeah, you're that Marauder that killed me once. I am going to delete your, you know, ancestry from history. You're not going to have any fun. And now I'm like, you know, it's nearly the end of the game, you know, the last point. Maybe we can burst everybody before this whole game starts. So once more, pulling him down here, get down, play with the big boys, and maybe we can kill him before this game ends. So nice 11k comes in, and he does die right as the end screen comes up. That is what I call success. My name is Drewlik, you've been watching Drewlik PvP, and as always, have a good one.